I see you. I see.
I bring it down like.
I see you. I see.
I bring it down like.
Well, let's just go right into it. A little bit of that Lo-Fi Global News. How many people heard that Japan has had recent snap elections and then their parliament voted for a new prime minister? And for the first time ever, Japan has a female prime minister. That's pretty amazing. We like that. Yes, you can clap for that. It's fine. It's fine. You're not clapping for me. You're clapping for end of the patriarchy, right? Yeah, thank you. Yes, that's I love a rat. I need, for the podcast, I need a mix board like this so I can do tracks. That's amazing. So yes, Japan being a little more progressive in the world. But does that necessarily mean that everything we think about as far as women's issues are now going to be more represented in Japan? Not necessarily. There's a difference between descriptive representation and substantive representation. Descriptive representation means that someone who looks like you is in power, i.e. a woman is in power, and now she can represent women. But it doesn't mean that she's going to represent the wants of every woman. For that, we have to wait and see how politics play out. But in other news about world leaders, Ireland has also elected their, not first, but they have also elected a female president. So now we are seeing more and more female leaders being heads of states, which is amazing. We need more of this. Why? Because if you look at the global summit of world leaders at the United Nations that happened just last month, almost all of those world leaders from the how many countries in the world are there about? Come on. About 200, that's what we all said. I heard it, that's right. Out of the almost 200 countries in the world, the vast majority of the people who were at that UN summit were men. So countries like Ireland and Japan electing women into their executive positions now interject more female perspective in the UN summit for world leaders. Because otherwise, what do you have? A bunch of men controlling the world. That was timely, okay? All right, and then off to more presidential news. Anyone ever heard of a little country called Cameroon? Yes, we've all know Cameroon, right? They had presidential elections too, and their president got re-voted in office. For 43rd year in a row. He's been president for 43 years. Yeah, no clap to that. Well done, well done. If you're elected and you're president for 43 years, you have to wonder, is that really a free and fair election? Don't know, and that brings us to our next set of elections in Ivory Coast. President, once again, was reelected for their 4th term in office, so they have not been around for 43 years, but for 4 terms in a row. And guess what percentage they won their election by? It wasn't much. They only won with 89.7% of the vote. And what do we say about any election that wins with 89.7% of the vote? That is not an election at all. Nope. Not free nor fair. And a last piece of news to send you on your way to international trivia. We go to Madagascar, where they didn't have presidential elections, but instead they had a president flee the country because a military coup was about to ensue. Then a military coup did ensue. And just today, that president who is in exile, which we do not know where in the world they are, the military government that is in control of Madagascar just stripped their citizenship from them. So not only are they no longer president, they can't even get back into Madagascar. That's a statement for you. That's the world. And it's just a small snippet of what's going on in the world today.
I see.
I bring it down like.